I went to a Pistons game with my boyfriend Jake last winter. The game was in January, and the Pistons were playing against the New York Knicks. We arrived at the game ready for a very fun night. Before the game began, there was a show. In the pregame show, there were fire, torches, and dancers. The pregame show was very exciting and set the mood for the game. The game finally began. The fans went wild, and I was so excited to be at a Pistons game for the very first time. At the end of the first quarter, the dancers put on another show. The dancers were very talented and made many of the fans go crazy. At the end, as the game continued, a few fans got very wild. The game started getting very intense, and the fans were getting very intense as well. The halftime show began. I was most excited for the halftime show. The dancers had a really crazy dance that involved fire. During the halftime show, they also called out all of the kids to shoot hoops on the court. As the fourth quarter approached, the game began to get very close. The Pistons had 90 points and the Knicks had 87 with a short time to go. Nate Robinson, who plays for the New York Knicks, began to get very frustrated. You could almost see the rage in his eyes. The Pistons called a timeout. The coach was trying to ensure a win for his players. The fans started to get very wild, hoping to cheer the Pistons on for a win. One young fan began to get worried for his team. He was decked out in all Pistons gear, standing up cheering for his team. The Pistons finally pulled off the win. The Pistons won 90-87. Everyone in the stands was cheering. It was a great night to be a Pistons fan.